The whole
Good
the whole
evening,
movie they're
y'all,
talking about
and welcome
electrolytes.
to the 5.5 Legs Virtual Cigar Lounge here at Coast Cigar and Lounge.
Welcome,
He's
Kevin.
right on it.
3418 The Anvil Boulevard.
Congratulations,
in
Kevin.
Beautiful Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
Hot.
I am here
Dirk.
with Bones. I am
Ronnie.
here with Mort, and I am Maverick.
Ronnie, you gonna be on later, or did you guys get canned already?
So
Everybody's starting to get canned.
Derek Steinberg,
Electrolytes.
Nola.
it's what
Thanks,
plants
Derek.
crave.
Kevin, thank you.
Well, Dirk's in NOLA.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna take
Hey.
a trip.
Go downtown New Orleans and stop off at Stein's Deli before you head back and get me a dozen bagels and
They
a
even open?
quart.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. We'll know unless he goes.
Right.
Or calls first. And a quart of matzo ball soup.
Oh.
Doc, and while you're there, stop off at any Dollar General on your way back and pick up Morty Facts, a 6-pack of Mountain Dew Fire. It's on the short list.
It is on a short list. Flaming Hot's the name of it.
Flaming hot.
Flaming Hot.
Flaming hot. Flaming hot.
Flaming.
What'd I say?
Flaming hot
I don't
Mountain
know.
Dew.
I try it. Now, what's his name? Rob brought in a Dr. Pepper.
Blueberry. Or blue fire or something.
Blueberry Dr. Pepper. It's actually pretty good.
Was it?
Wow.
Yeah. He's got 12. He says he's going to put 12-pack in there. Somebody
I
wants
did.
to
I
try
put
it.
the sodas in the on the bottom of the fridge.
That's right, Ronnie. No table. It's a little bit more comfy. Seats aren't the best, but
No,
you
they're
know,
not.
way too relaxed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
But,
But
I'm drinking electrolytes. It's what plants crave.
I can't believe you haven't seen that movie yet.
I haven't seen any movie in years. I don't do that.
It's all that stupid shit you watch.
I don't
1,000-Pound
watch
Lives.
Speaking of 1,000-pound wives,
Don't even go there.
Sports
Don't
Illustrated
even go there.
front page. Fast
Cover.
Eddie cover. Yes.
Yes.
Fast Eddie brought this up. They got a new cover girl. Y'all need to look it up.
That's all
Yeah,
we're saying.
yeah,
It's a
just
new
go look
cover
at it.
girl for the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. Check it out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's hot.
It's hot, Norm, and it was rumbling at the house when I left.
Mostly
so-
sunny, it says right
But
here.
I don't foresee any rain in the next couple hours.
We've got our weather thing on there. It says mostly sunny, 82 degrees.
So Bobby,
Yes.
Matt,
Matt.
tell Mort before we get into 101 and all this other shit about what you found on your car the other day.
On the handle of my
You got another
car,
sticker
now I found chocolate pudding or chocolate on my handle.
on the handle.
To open the door.
No
The driver's door, yeah.
And he's not the only one. Guess who the other one was that found it?
Who else? You?
No, Mike Ryan.
Somebody's got jokes.
I'm glad it wasn't the other brown.
Do you,
Oh,
Oh,
welcome,
yeah.
you
Norm.
do the sniff test?
No, I felt the texture of it. I smelled it afterwards, but I didn't want to.
I asked you if you smelled it.
Yeah, but that smelled
You
first
mean
and
you
then.
go,
I
you go like
checked
this?
it.
And,
Yeah.
No,
that's
I-
dog shit.
There we go. We're back. Put the
What do you
mouse down.
no? What do you smoke? I am smoking a Calibra, 1/3 of a Calibra from Doc Cafe. Fantastic smoke, but
Got one in my humidor.
not cheap by any means.
Not gonna make them
Smoke it
anymore.
is. No, I don't think so. He's gonna not make them in Honduras anymore, but he might make them. Oh, I spent some
I'm
money with Doc
smoking
Cafe last
a
couple of days.
Perdomo 20th anniversary.
You get the last ones, or one of the last ones.
I bought 2 5-packs of his private
Welcome,
stock
Norm.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
and get the coffee. I want the coffee too.
You get 2 things of coffee.
It says he's gonna send some extra coffee, and then he's got another one out there
Came out this morning.
with the sampler.
Yep.
6 packs of coffee.
Yep.
6 packs of coffee. I got one of those.
The sampler, he's
And it's
got
already
like,
in the mail.
he
He
had
mailed it
like
already.
30 left, and that was it.
Yeah,
He
he-
said, never to be made again.
Mailed it already. I would think they'd do the samplers in never to be made in that blend and
Sure.
all that, but I would still think they're gonna do it over. Said he's learned a lot moving there. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm going to keep that sampler for.
Oh, I'm not.
for a
I'm
long
not.
time.
I'm a Cappy fan. So.
Keep it for a long time.
All right, what do we got on Bones 101 since
So,
he's told
you know,
me we were smoking and he said about that, this.
Musk trying to buy
Twitter.
Twitter. He says he might offer a little less now because he asked him, he said, hey, tell me how many of your accounts are spam or false accounts and blah, blah, blah. Oh, about 5%. He goes, no, I think it's more like 20-something or something. I want good numbers.
Right.
Because he wants to get rid of all the bad accounts and shit if he takes it over. And then he's got a guy today, an engineer at Twitter that said, an engineer is reported at Twitter saying, commie as F staff censors the right. So they got an engineer on tape saying that they sent that
Censors the
rights. And they're like, do you think Musk will make a difference? I'm like, yeah. I think for Twitter, I think he will.
He's already said that he's not going to censor anything. Right. But if he's getting rid of the fake accounts, good for him.
Yes.
Man, I wish Facebook would do that and get rid of all those spam advertisements. No, Musk isn't really a good-looking dude.
No.
No, but you see, I saw him in a younger picture, a younger video when he was probably 15, 20 years ago.
South Africa.
When the girl he was with was
South Africa.
I remember him being this rich that far back.
No, he was filthy rich, but not that.
Have a good one, Ryan.
Not the richest man in the world.
Yeah, right? No. Richest man. That's fucking unbelievable.
That's a bold statement.
Tesla did it for him.
Oh.
I mean, you got people waiting 3 years for a car. Oh, I'm not down with it either, but they're waiting 3 years for a Tesla.
I may wait a year.
Merely waited for over a year for her car.
Both of them wait till they have to replace some batteries.
Ooh, yeah, about 10 grand. And then what do you do with the other one?
I don't know.
You take it to the Tesla shop, they got to do it. What are they doing?
The other guy, remember a little while back?
Refurbishing them, you think?
A little while back, the guy said, hey, my battery, I gotta replace my batteries. They want like 20 grand to replace the batteries. The car's worth 28. Fuck, you blew it up.
Yeah, he blew it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went in the water by accident.
So we got hockey tonight. We got basketball tonight.
They got the Boston Celtics playing.
We got baseball tonight. Number one team baseball's on it right now. Hottest team of baseball. Yeah.
Got lots of sports going on, and you still got football happening. USFL still rolling.
Oh, I haven't watched any.
They actually had fans in the stadium this past weekend.
I told you my idea. Give the fans all the tickets and get them at the concession stand.
Oh, yeah.
But give them until to see if it develops. Give the fans the tickets, especially the kids.
But they have fans
16 to 18, give it all away.
Yeah. Speaking of concessions, the PGA is coming up this week, PGA Championship. They said the concessions are out of hand. Beer prices, all that shit. And even at Yankee Stadium, we looked at it yesterday. $27 for a freaking beer.
Oh,
they said New York is that what they said they're actually going to pass legislation to prevent that. That's crazy.
That's monopolizing it and gouging the people.
Well, you've got a captive audience.
Yeah,
so,
you know what? That's not right.
Yeah, that is price
Who would pay you,
gouging.
man? How much money you have?
There's a lot of people that would.
I don't think
Not
a lot.
$27 a
For a
beer.
beer? Yeah, there's a lot who would pay for it.
I would.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, but you see them in the stands.
That's a case of freaking
I mean,
beer,
you got a
man.
home run being hit, right? The dude's got his beer in his hand and he drops his beer to catch the ball. That's $26 you just lost. Or he pours it on his girlfriend.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't mind paying $27 for that.
For his girlfriend?
Or that.
Then, with all the shit going on with Johnny Depp and his girlfriend, or his
Dude,
wife,
is that still in court?
He did say
Yeah.
They did say that he's signed up to do another big movie.
Well,
Yes.
it's not going to be
Pirates.
Nope.
No?
Not
No.
Pirates.
Disney came out and said they're going to recast the part of
Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. Other than Johnny Depp. Nobody can do it like him.
No. I
Nobody.
don't think it's going to be any good.
He is up for another. It was on ABC News.
He's a very talented actor.
But
He's a little in left field with a hockey
He
stick,
is.
but maybe that's what you need.
and you know when he was doing the first Pirates, they said he always had earbuds and he was always banging heavy metal music. And he's able to actually speak his lines.
Yeah, before.
And do
I
that
got,
stuff.
I got a PSA though. I watched the show and it just put me back to my phone last week. If you know anybody or you're ever thinking about suicide, go to suicidepreventionlifeline.org or call 1-800-273-8255 and talk to somebody. For every one person, and this is just that, every one person that commits suicide, 316 people have thought about it but never gone through with it. And the thoughts cross their mind.
Never had that
That's,
opportunity.
They're actually coming up with a nationwide 3-digit number you can call.
oh, like 911 or
Yeah, something like that. Like,
811 dig or something.
yeah.
Really?
It's
That'd
gonna
be
something
great.
Like 977 or something like
That'd
that.
be great.
Fantastic.
That'd be great.
That's something that's just
Getting out of hand.
I don't understand. What's that button over there? Where'd
That was
come
supposed to be far down.
Speakers. Oh, for the fans?
No, the speakers.
Speakers?
See the speakers?
Yeah,
For that TV.
yeah. Oh,
from? With, oh, that speaker right there?
Yeah. And there's one right there.
But that TV comes out of these two, don't it?
I think so.
Well, that wiring's fucked up.
well.
Who did that? The AC guy?
That's about it.
I'm waiting for the finger to come over the chair. Man. No, there, no.
No, no. He's thinking about it.
Doc, you're there. We know that.
Hey.
We're waiting on delivery,
Say something.
Doc. We're waiting on delivery. So I asked Eddie, and he knew this. And I was very, because as good as a baseball fan he is. Every single baseball in the major league is covered with this mud. This clay that a guy picked up and
He even told you where it came from.
Magic New Jersey mud in along a location, a secret location along the Delaware River in Burlington County, known as only to Jim Bintliff and his family. So the guy's got a monopoly on it.
I've seen something about that before because
He
it's
said
like
it was
it's like
dirty
a
tubs.
it looks like a rust, the color of the
Yeah,
mud.
it's sort of like a
Yeah.
clay or something type.
Yeah, Fast Eddie knew all about it. He could even tell you where it was
I
from.
wonder,
So,
there's got to be a reason why they do that, too, I would think. Other than just, whatever.
he said it makes it gritty. Makes the ball gritty. That's what he said.
Yeah, I
Well, the
agree.
leather's pretty freaking smooth. I mean, brand new baseball.
Well, that's why in the old days, the catcher or the pitcher used to go down and get a handful of dirt and rub the ball in the dirt.
Yeah. Now they're not allowed to do that, right?
They're not allowed to do a lot
No,
of
no,
things.
if they suspect anything now, they'll umpire will go up and check the hands and check the shirts. The
Yeah, but I'm just
Yeah.
talking about regular dirt. I'm not
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about pine
yeah, yeah,
tar and
no,
all
they
that
don't do
stuff.
that.
The dirt thing helped them keep the grip.
Yeah. Now you get the rosin bag. I don't even know if they use that anymore. They use
Yeah, I
it
see
back
that.
in the mound.
Yeah, they still
Yeah,
do that.
it's usually down by the mound.
Down.
It does the same thing basically. The rosin keeps the moisture down from the hand.
Yeah.
That's what they were using dirt for.
Now,
back in the-
this is just a coincidence, but while Orange Man was in office,
Yeah.
I can't remember any mass shootings,
Oh yeah, they had them.
but
Oh
they
yeah.
weren't as big like what we got coming around now. The last 2 weeks, this is crazy.
No, they had them. They did. Because you know my thought about it. You got some asshole sitting in his basement, in his mom's basement, and he sees this on TV, and I blame the media for it. The
Absolutely.
media sensationalizes it, brings it up. They show the guy's picture and all that stuff, and you got some asshole kid sitting in the basement saying,
What's up,
"I can
Kern?
do better," and
Yeah.
that's what happens.
When do we get the shirts?
And
We got the white parachute.
and they put retaliation and fear for the kid's family.
Oh,
This
absolutely.
kid was 18 years old in Buffalo. 18, covered in freaking tactical gear, camo. Oh, if he just walked in the store, no warning, no nothing, just started shooting.
Right.
He actually was targeting certain people.
Oh, I didn't read that.
Yeah,
They said he just went fucking wild.
He shot
My bad.
shot a bunch of black guys. He targeted African Americans.
Well, you shoot 10 people, and you're gonna shoot whatever's in the store. There was like 2 or 3 white folks also in there. So to me, he just was, I don't know, shooting. Just
He had like a 300-page document
This is
how he
all.
talked about he hates people that aren't white and all this stuff. It was
Yeah, he was a
So
pretty
why
sick
you-
young
so-
kid.
That's enough. That's a really, no, I can't even get in to figure it out. There's no something.
Yeah, he's got to figure out he's sick. He's sick and had hatred in his blood.
yeah, it's bad hatred. Speaking of hatred, Turkey, the country of Turkey, has gone out on the media and said we will not support Sweden and Finland joining NATO because they supported the Kurds in Iraq. The Turks do not like the Kurds.
Okay.
Period.
So let them drop out of NATO.
Who? Turkey?
Turkey.
Oh, according to the NATO, they're too valuable because they're on the southern tip of
Because if they
Russia.
drop out of NATO, then they're going to be gone. They'll be taken over.
They would
There's a good chance that somebody will go after.
they would probably align with Russia for sure if that was the case. And they really don't have any loyalties because they've already bought Russian missiles.
But yet we're still there.
Yeah, we're still there because they're on the Black Sea. Russia's right across the Black Sea from us.
Yes.
So
Oh.
tough situation, you know. Strange bedfellows, if you will.
So whatever you do, don't go to Arby's in Vancouver, Washington.
Don't think I'd ever go to Vancouver again, to be honest with you.
The manager there, Stephen Sharp, who was being investigated for child pornography, admitted to police that he enjoyed relieving himself in the restaurant's milkshake mix while working as night manager at the restaurant. What?
Get a little extra something with a milkshake.
What? I gotta laugh because I don't know how that would even cross anybody's mind
He has hatred too.
to think of doing.
Well, I could remember a situation when we first got here. They arrested some people at the Taco Bell
Good for you,
in
Bruce.
Gulfport.
Right?
They were defecating in the
The
beans.
No.
Oh yeah.
In the beans.
When you first got here?
Yeah, in '94.
Yeah.
It happened in Gulfport. They got the whole shift. They were mixing into the refried beans. Yeah. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
Some people can get killed over something.
Oh,
like that.
absolutely. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could.
You could die.
You could die.
from something like that.
E. coli. Yeah, you could die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they got them for tainting with food or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a big
I'm
it's
sure
a big.
it's a form of poisoning.
Oh yeah, it's big. It's
Yeah.
big when you do
That's
that.
sick. That's sick. Bruce Stark.
that's crazy, man.
So Bones, I am
Can I walk
smoking.
6.25 miles in 2 hours?
I am smoking a Sublime Prince
Never
from
had one.
Hiram and Solomon.
Is that new or?
It is new. It's a new
That's pretty
cigar
good, Bruce.
from
That's pretty
the
darn
Hiram and
good.
Solomon line.
I don't know if I can do that. I'd have to try that.
20-minute miles.
We used to do that on the bridge
That ain't bad. You
about
can do
20
that.
years ago.
20-minute miles consistently. That's pretty good.
6.5 miles would be halfway to work.
I used to walk. I did when I was in the best shape of my life. I did 13 and a little bit per mile. Power walk.
Yeah. We did that on the bridge for a while. When like I said, 20 years
So
ago.
I could have did
Yeah,
that.
so
Yeah,
I think I can walk to work in 2 hours. That's about 13 miles.
I bet you can.
I think.
I bet he
15
can.
No, I
minute
can't
miles.
because I won't make it over the bridge.
yeah.
I'm not-
But
I'm not-
man,
I'm not-
that's pretty good. How
I'm
old
not-
is
I'm not-
Bruce?
$20 is $20.
Bruce is.
How old are you, Bruce?
Bruce, what do you maybe 65 maybe?
That's damn
I
good.
think. Maybe older, I don't know. He looks like Santa Claus with that. Big
Yeah,
old
yeah,
black
yeah.
beard, yeah.
$20 says you can't do it.
No, it'd have to be a lot more than that. 67.
Oh, yeah.
I was close.
So
67.
$40 says you can't do it.
67. That's phenomenal, Bruce. Very good.
You play pickleball?
You got 40 on the table.
No, that's not enough.
Not enough. Wow. What would be enough?
Retirement money.
Oh no.
We don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, not yet.
No.
No. You get that kind of money, then we go.
Talking about tomorrow, you know what tomorrow is?
Oh,
Tomorrow's the 18th of May.
Yes. It's also lottery day.
No, not, well, maybe.
No, it is.
I just start putting this on my calendar. Man. I don't know.
I thought you did already.
I think it's written before. I'll have to put that. Yeah, I'll put that on the calendar for sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that right now while you're.
Hey?
What are you, Cash Apple?
No, PayPal.
No, him. You PayPal?
Yeah, PayPal. Jeff's first.
I do it.
So, what else you got over there, Bones? Thank you.
What's your Cash App?
You didn't know.
Yeah, it is. It's Robert Moore at OPL. It's $,
OPLIL.
OPL.
Our weather just changed to humid. The air that you wear. I don't like something too hot.
You just sent Robin Moore $20.
Thank you.
Hey, Ed,
Yeah.
it's lottery time.
All right.
You're not first this month.
And I didn't hear what again.
He didn't say that this time.
I know he didn't.
He just said, I just got to check my calendar.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. All right. Guys out there, there's 13 of us that go in on the lottery
Lucky
every
number
other
13.
week. And I want to ask my two co-hosts, my two friends, what are you going to treat yourself to if we hit the lottery?
Hookers and blow.
No, all seriousness aside.
Oh no, that is serious.
All right, well, you know where I'm going.
A brand new Corvette.
All right, Barry said a
Absolutely.
brand new
First
Corvette.
fucking thing
That's
on
what
mine.
he's going to treat himself to. What
First
about
thing
you?
on mine. It's the only thing I'll probably treat myself to. I don't need
All
anything.
right, that's the one thing you're going to
I
get.
just be comfortable.
Mort?
Probably take care of my kids.
I don't know. I'd probably get a Jeep. Doesn't have to be a new one. I just.
But a zonked out Jeep?
Why not?
Nice with all your goodies in it?
Why not?
I would get
Can we
the
get more than one
Lexus
thing? Maybe one thing?
ES350.
Well, that's a nice car.
Well,
Very nice sedan.
yeah.
And they're not very expensive. They're about, with everything in it, they're about 52 grand. That's
Keep
what I
the-
would buy
Keep
for
the Corolla
myself.
so you can keep all your shit in that car and have the left.
Yeah, keep the camera and just, what's going to have that for storing stuff.
Well,
Then I can get the whole car stored since nobody's driving it, except
could.
maybe a little spot where you can back out.
you can look like a homeless guy with all
Yeah.
the mail on the dash and everything.
Yeah.
Newspapers.
Well, the newspapers would have to be a lot of them because the one you get from the Sun Herald's about,
Oh yeah, it's like
It's
6
just-
pages.
yeah, and it's just a little thicker than a business card.
Yeah.
For $3.85 on
But
Sunday.
you know what you could do? The coffee news. Like
Yeah.
the last 6 months of the
You know,
coffee
I don't
news.
know how Joe pulls it off, but he negotiated a price with it to have delivery and everything like that. And I think the daily paper is $1.75,
I'll do it.
but he gets it for 50 cents.
Probably pay for a year.
That's good, Bruce.
does.
I saw that on Facebook. I saw that. That was good. Yes. Yeah.
It's pretty good, man. No, I definitely treat myself to that.
Good.
And then maybe a forever home. Sit down and design the house we want. That would be it.
Forever, yeah, that's a good
You
idea.
know? Other than that, you know, whatever happens, happens.
That's really not. I mean, it is treating you. Yes, I get that.
You gotta have a place to live, but it's gonna be
Yeah,
what we want.
but you're actually going to make up what you would spend to build a new house by selling your old house.
Oh, I feel it.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
I'm-
building is going to be building a new one's going to be cheaper than what they're going for. Your major input is going to be property.
my if I built a new house, it's probably gonna run me $300,000-400,000.
Oh goodness, no, I don't need a house that
I
big.
mean, I want no. It's not that it's gonna be big. I'm just gonna have the amenities.
The amenities where he wants it and how he wants it.
You know,
Like I would have
Hot tub,
a
pool.
big kitchen, not that I cook, just to have it if we had guests and we did cook.
the party always ends up in the
But-
kitchen. Always in.
Yeah, but I would have a super duper bath. You know what I mean? A super duper bath.
You don't spend that much time in the bathroom.
Doing
No,
mean,
I
you
do
do,
my
but-
thing because you know how it would be accessible to me and
Oh,
how
yeah.
I can make it real nice.
Oh yeah, sure.
I would do all that.
I probably want a walk-in shower inside my bedroom and stuff. Just shit just
Yeah,
rains
like
on
8
you.
heads.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
rains on you.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
you
blow
put this-
dries you
And a
when you're done.
waterproof TV in
Blow
Oh, that'd
dries
be great.
blow dries you dry when you're done.
there. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
The
want
Dyson,
you to
That would
pull
be
that
cool.
the
out.
Dyson dryer.
Yeah, I don't
Hit
even
the
want to pull
button.
that out.
Make plug it through the wall. Like
Hey, that's
Dyson
okay.
dryer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Remember that nurse from Tennessee that got convicted because she gave the guy
The wrong medicine.
more medicine, whatever? So we have somebody in here that says she got off lights, she got off this, she got off that. We got 3 years probation.
Yes, and an ankle monitor.
And the ability to, when she's done, apply to get a nursing license back. Because
So it was an accident. It wasn't purpose.
that's what they're saying.
Right.
And this person is very adamant that
She should go went to
that
jail.
shit don't happen. She went to jail, that don't happen on accident. But, you know, he said they needed a convicted proof point, kind of, sort of, but a lot of nurses said, you can't do this. We can't. We nobody's going to want to be a nurse if they're going to get convicted if they ever make a mistake.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, people make mistakes. I know, granted, it cost somebody their life, but
It was an accident.
you got to, you know,
And I do and don't care that she was overtired or overworked, because as adults in our job, if we're being totally overworked or stressed out or there's too many hours in the day,
You're going to make mistakes.
you're going to make mistakes. But the other thing is, you have to go to your supervisor and say, "Listen, I'm not able to concentrate. We're doing stuff that, and the people's lives are on the line, and I can't do it now. I can't do it."
I agree.
You know what I mean? You have to say, "I can't do it." We have to get other staff here to help us. Because it isn't like you're stocking at Walmart and you're saying, "I can't put up any more peanut butter crackers. It's driving me crazy." You got somebody's life on the line, and if you're too overtired, you're going to make that mistake, and that's what happened in this case.
The situation is compounded by the fact that they were heroes a year ago
Yes, for the
in the
pandemic.
pandemic, and then they turned around when things lessened, they fired them.
Yes.
Well, because they didn't want to get the shot.
Well, not only that, but they downsized because they didn't need that many people.
And
And so how demoralizing would that be to know that you spent the last 2.5 years
giving them everything you had,
in a ward that you could have contracted
a
this-
deadly disease.
Yes, absolutely. And then to be told, yeah, we don't need you any longer.
Right. It's wrong.
Yeah, I don't buy-
You
I
took,
don't-
you used me to make money, and now you don't need me
I
anymore.
don't agree with that.
You can go fuck yourself.
Yes.
No,
And I use this on different things because I've seen it on my favorite show. They once, they talked about money. We say, Musk has all the money in the world, and Gates has this one, and this guy has this one. And they asked J.P. Morgan, which was the richest man in the world at the time in the 40s, how much money is enough? And he said, "I'll let you know when I get it."
Yeah.
Well, that's what these corporations are doing, and these presidents of hospitals
Yeah.
are saying, "Well,
Hey,
it's a
Michael.
money machine, it's a money machine, it's a money machine."
It
So,
is,
Mikey,
And
because it's for profit.
yeah, right. And they're putting people's lives on the line with the people they're hiring.
And
That's
they're
not right.
overcharging and overbilling insurance and all that
and,
stuff.
and, they're letting them go whether they don't get the shot or
Right.
or whatever reason, downsides or whatever. But yet they'll pay traveling nurses $10,000 a week.
Now, what's
Come
it
to work.
My friend Joel, who's been a nurse for going on his 30th year, he's a traveling nurse. He just came off making $7,000 a week. He was making
Yeah, I'm telling you, they make some money, man.
$7,000 a week's a lot of dough.
And yet they're going to turn around and fire people on staff
Yeah. Yep.
because they can't keep them,
Right.
but they're going to pay $7,000 for a traveling nurse.
Yes.
That doesn't make sense.
A dough. But like I said, the nurse, I think that they must have the jury, it was a jury trial, and they gave her what they thought was right. They gave her 3 years probation. If she completes all the stipulations in that 3 years, they wash her record, so she's going to be able to be a nurse again.
Mike, I would say that's gay porn.
Um,
No, 1,000-pound life.
1,000-pound
Now,
life.
my favorite show of all time,
Columbo.
Columbo, right? Hey, Mike.
That's not a hard guess. Come on.
So, Bobby doesn't know this, but in the Air Force, when you go promoted, you got a test, you got to have certain block
Criteria.
and all that. But it wasn't. It's a lot worse now than it was when we were in, where it wasn't as many requirements. You work, do your job, you test, you make rank, and move on your way. Then they got to the point where you needed college degrees, you needed CCAF, you need all that. Well, the Air Force just came out and said CCAF is no longer required for promotion.
You don't have to have a community college or the Air Force degree.
Okay.
You can
So
have
they're
a,
lessening the
well, they're taking away that. but
qualifications.
They're saying you can have a bachelor's degree. You don't have to have an associate's degree.
Okay.
Because and we saw it personally. I had
You have to have the bachelor's, or you can have a bachelor's.
you can have, but you don't have to have the
Any-
CCAF.
yeah.
So my master sergeant, when he came in, he had a bachelor's degree from a college,
Okay.
an accredited college. He did not have a CCAF degree because he never fulfilled the requirements for that. They told him he had to get that, so he had to turn around and take a class that his master's program didn't require, lower level, you know, freshman or sophomore level course. He's already working for his master's. He had to go back and take like Algebra 1, for example,
Oh, I couldn't
in
do that
order
now.
to fulfill that obligation.
Right.
And he did. And the college, when he went to get his transcripts moved over for, you know, his other college, they said this doesn't count for squat. This is lower. This is like, you know,
I don't like it.
associate's
Well, I'll tell you what,
degree.
you know, I admire the guy that come here, you two gentlemen, for serving in the military, for sacrificing for your country. But the stories you guys been telling me about the hair now and the beard now,
Oh, dude.
and you told me a story that I won't repeat about a kid in your classroom, and I'm like, what happened to this one that we did 150 years of?
We don't have
Did it
that.
work? Did it work for 150 years?
We don't
Why
have
is it
that.
changing something that worked for 150 years?
We don't have that anymore
I
because
don't like it. I don't like it.
society today and the military mimics society.
Yes.
So
if it's right for them, it's right for us.
if it's happening outside the confines of the base, then you know it's going to happen on base as well. Gay marriage is another good example.
Yes.
It became widespread. It used to be against regulations to even participate
Right.
in the
It
act.
was taboo in a sense.
No, you were going to get court-martialed. You were going to get kicked out
Right.
if you got caught in an act or.
And an act of
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Now
sure, I know what you mean.
Now it's totally acceptable because society says it's acceptable.
I don't like it.
I mean, you don't have to. That's
I know that, but I still don't. I make my presence known that I don't
Sure.
like
I
that
mean,
behavior.
yeah. I mean, I
That
get it.
situation with the military, you know, just for me, it's everybody's because I wear my hair real short and tight. They think and they see my legs, so they assume I was in the military.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tell a good story.
And yeah, but I think that's nice because they say, man, guy's hair real short, tight. He must have been in the military because I think that was a respect factor.
Could be. Yeah.
And the fact that now, you know, and the women get their identity to have a ponytail as long as it's up. I'm kind of all right that they still
No,
are
we
women.
can go hanging down to the
But-
middle, the
But
shoulder.
when you're in combat area, I don't think that's appropriate.
I think when people are in combat, standards are different,
Mm-hmm.
and they know this.
Right.
You know, it's an unwritten rule that you don't want to give somebody an advantage over you. So it's like we talk about all the time with these guys playing football. They got their hair going all the way down the middle of their backs. Dude, if I'm trying to tackle somebody,
I'm
I'm
grabbing.
grabbing that hair.
Yeah.
Part of the uniform.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing the hair.
Yeah.
And that, if you think about a combat situation when you're close in combat, that's an advantage that somebody could use on that
Yes.
person.
Yes.
So they're going to cut it off. They're going to.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the chances anymore of hand-to-hand combat versus just take
Oh,
them out
no,
with a
we're-
drone, you know?
yeah,
I mean,
that's-
Yeah, it's all.
But it's just the point. It's the standardization. Make everybody the same. You look the same.
Yeah.
So nobody has an advantage or a
It's like going to a
disadvantage.
Catholic school and everybody being in uniform. That
Right.
one kid does not have the advantage over somebody that can't
Yeah.
buy the
Society-
the nice clothes or the not really nice sneakers. And,
Society
Right.
as a general doesn't approve of uniformity. Society as a general does not approve
I
of
know.
uniformity.
Yeah.
They do not. So you gotta kind of put yourself in that mindset that, you know, standards, the things that my father dealt with when he was active duty military are different than what I dealt with.
Right.
And the kids today, it's different than what
It's
I
real
dealt
different.
with.
It's real different.
Each generation's different.
Yes.
And is it wrong? Well, I mean, we would look at it and say, that's not what we lived under.
Right.
But it's not wrong. The beard thing. There were decades where if you were on shift, you were out to sea, you could have a full beard. The Navy guys could have a full beard.
Yeah, I didn't know
But
that.
once they came to shore,
They had to get
they
it.
had to shave it
I
off.
remember my buddy Chris Campana was in the Marines.
He couldn't
he-
have a beard.
He came back from leave and had the shadow, and he was told before he left to come back and make sure he was right.
Well,
And his drill instructor made them shave dry in front of
Oh,
everybody.
absolutely.
Made 'em
There's no,
shave dry.
there's no reason that any military member that goes on leave to come back to work
Right.
or even the barracks or anything with, they know, once they hit the break, once they go through that front gate,
That
it's
front
supposed
gate.
to be in, what used to be 3510, now it's
AFI.
whatever, no earrings, no,
Yeah,
none
yeah,
of that,
yeah.
no nose rings, no, any of that.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't understand it.
I came back from,
You're moving the mouse around.
oh, no.
Yeah.
It was.
Sit right there, look at that.
I was. Yeah, I understand it's terrible. the
I
way
was
it is.
on leave here when I was a young NCO, and I'd had an ear pierced since high school.
Right.
The proper ear, not the wrong ear.
Right.
Because at the time that
That was.
that
what
was
it
a
said.
big thing.
Yeah,
yes.
that was a big thing.
It told you
Yes.
that person.
Yes.
So I had my earring in, and I was at the commissary, and I got dressed down in the commissary. First question was, "Sir, are you military?" And I said, "Yes, I'm active duty. This is what I'm doing." He says, "You can't wear that earring on base now." And I was like, "Yeah, should I press the issue?" No, I'm not.
No, you didn't want to.
I don't want to get in trouble at another base, and then that word get back to my base.
Right.
Holy smokes, that's even worse.
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah,
You got trouble outside your unit? Yeah,
Yeah.
you're in trouble.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, they'll tighten you up, when you
Real
get
quick.
back. Yes, very quickly. So yeah, you're right, Colonel. I'll take that thing out. There are times when you realize it's just not
Yeah, but
worth
you
fighting the
should
battle.
have known not to go in that commissary.
I've never had a problem at my base.
Really? They
No, never had a problem.
Hmm.
No, never had a
But
problem.
now,
But this is an AET or ATC at the time. This is a training base, so standards are held to a higher standard on a training base because
how would you like to do that drive shape thing?
I've done it.
I mean, how would you like? It wasn't fun, was it?
No, not at all. No, and I
It's all
had
burned. You're
I
burned.
had shaving bumps as it was, but I
Oh,
was
no
white,
water, nothing? Just dry?
No, just dry.
dry shave.
Yeah, here's the blade. Shave it all off. Dry.
I was, I'm
Go with the
obviously
green then, don't ever go against the green.
I'm a white guy, so
Yeah.
but I had shaving bumps like crazy, and the doc in Montana he says white guys don't get pseudofolliculitis.
Yeah.
So I'm not giving you a shaver waiver. I said, man, look at my neck. And he's like,
I'm not doing it.
white guys don't get it.
How about that?
What if you did a DNA test and showed that you got it?
Well, back then they didn't have DNA tests. But, I mean,
It's that time, man.
You weren't getting out of it.
I wasn't
It's
getting out
our
of it.
time to talk about our sponsors a little bit.
That's
We
why he's gonna
have
close this out.
GTO cigars. Those who smoke GTO, or I'm sorry, those who know smoke GTO.
yeah, they
The
do.
telephone number for the doc is 334-538-2949 to talk to the man himself.
Yep.
We have Ray Sato. Am I saying that name right? Soto, cigar enthusiast at cigarenthusiast.com.
You see him on Facebook the other day cleaning himself up and
Yeah, he cut his
looking
beard,
all
cut his beard
Yeah.
dignified.
K by Karen, Don Kiki Cigars
Cut his beard down there.
in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Don Kiki Superstore.
And we have
Last but not least,
Kevin and Jessica at cigarprop.com. Jessica's the pretty one.
oh yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah.
is.
You know, we gotta talk about too what's going on, man.
Hmm?
With Facebook and YouTube. YouTube
Yeah.
is starting to knock people off of these.
Yeah, we know Terry.
It's a lost cause. Don't
Yeah.
even bring it up again.
I mean, besides that,
Hey Tom, welcome.
it does look like folks and Barry Bones was getting to it. YouTube is dropping anything to do with
Tobacco and cigars? How about that?
Yeah, so a lot of the brand enthusiasts, guys like Cigar Prop,
Pop, Cigar Guy.
they're
all that.
being shipped out.
Really?
Yeah, they're being told not
Kevin, Kevin saved all his videos to Bumble.
Is that where we're going to have to go to?
We can, but
we won't be able to go
there's
live.
no live. You can go live, but there's no live comments. we can be live on it, stream to Bumble,
Right?
but there's nobody can comment.
Oh, okay.
And I asked him about going strictly Zoom, and he said, no way. I'm not sure why we couldn't do it. I mean, you don't have to bring guests on Zoom. You can watch.
Zoom, you can't record. Well, yeah, I guess you can. You can record Zoom.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't need streaming.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna do yet. I really don't.
We're gonna have to figure it out.
When the time comes, we'll make the announcement on our Facebook page. You'll know right after we know if we've been dropped. But just be aware that
It's coming.
most of the shows that are out there that are using both YouTube and Facebook
Are gonna be gone?
are being
Dipped
pitched.
out.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
they're dropping.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah. Yeah, you might end up like KMA Radio where you're just doing something on your own.
Like, well, Bob, Cigar Guy Bob and Chief, they created I can't pronounce it, .com, website that they could put all their stuff out on.
We could probably do that, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work it's a labor of love anyway. You got to realize that these guys are doing it, with the exception of a few, for nothing. I mean, there are a few that are making money off of it, and that's a good thing. I'm happy for them.
We ain't one of them.
No, we're not one of them. No, but we are going to have our own cigar line.
Terry, what do you got against me? Tell me. And what shop are you talking about? What has he got against me? I never did anything.
I don't know.
But I don't, I'm getting to the point where I'm getting kind of frustrated with the guy, and I really don't care because he keeps on nagging. So I might just block him on StreamYards too.
Well,
If it keeps it up. But I mean, you go to the profile and there's no pictures, nothing, no info, no nothing.
We
So
don't
who
know who
knows
the gentleman is, do we?
No, we don't have a clue.
Tell us who you are.
He said he came out back here in February from Canada or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, there's a kid in college, school here. He had a 3-1 count on him, and he hit a shot 515 feet.
nice.
That's a long way.
Dude, that's almost 2 baseball fields. Almost 2 baseball fields.
That's
I mean,
rocking.
football fields. That's a
Yeah.
that's a long field.
That's rocking.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Yeah. Yesterday or the day before, we were talking about the Reds losing a game by
Oh,
one,
yeah.
by 1 point on a no hitter.
I would love to see that.
The Reds had a no hitter and still lost by 1 run. Amazing how that could happen. And Fast Eddie, who fact checked it, said there's only been 6 occasions of this occurring.
He wasn't sure if
Whether it was number
7
6
or 7.
Right.
There's at least 6. And that's mind-boggling to lose a game
with a no hitter.
What's it, walks? And walk them
It
in?
has to be.
3 walks and a sacrifice fly, maybe.
It have to. Well, no.
Or
If
pass ball or
sacrifice fly is a hit. If they're no, that's right.
It could be that or a pass ball or something.
They definitely walked some players.
Right.
Yeah.
Had
It
to.
would have had to been in the same inning, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely walked some people, but yeah, it could have been, like you said, a sacrifice. I don't see that happening, or I don't see 4 walks in an inning happening that often.
No. I went.
No. Even if you're trying to preserve a no hitter, you're still pitching fastballs. Yeah, you're not trying to deliberately walk people.
So, what else you got over there? Anything else special?
There's some kid in college. He's 6'6", 240 pounds. His name is Davis. He signed with the school, and he did an NIL deal with a burrito place.
So you get to eat.
It's a double tortilla, double the protein, double rice, double beans, double cheese. And it's called the Heavy D Burrito.
He gets to eat. He probably gets to eat free.
I'm sure.
You know that ain't gonna last long.
No.
Did you ever work in a restaurant?
Yes.
Did you eat there all the time?
Yes.
Really?
I ate dinner there all the time. They gave us.
Well, you got your crew dinner, yeah.
Yeah.
But did you go there any other time after
No.
you quit working there?
No.
No, because you're tired of it.
Yeah, it got old.
Yeah, you've eaten everything that's on the menu.
18 ducats.
Oh goodness.
Mavs team, the Eagles signed a kid to a massive contract.
Yeah, they did. Yes.
Today?
Jordan Davis, no, last week, Jordan Davis
Yeah.
had a monster season with the Georgia Bulldogs. We signed him to a 4-year, fully guaranteed, $17 million deal.
A year?
No, just a
Now
$17 million.
he was undrafted, right?
No, he was drafted in the first round,
Okay.
but $17 million guaranteed as a rookie. He's 4-year deal guaranteed regardless of what happens.
That's a lot of money.
Four and a quarter a year. $4,250,000 a year.
I wonder if we're going to hear about him later on in the news.
Oh, I hope not.
Just acting a fool. Yeah, that's a sad situation when you got somebody that young with that much money.
Yeah.
And no
Guidance.
no solid mentor.
Yeah.
And here's something that makes no sense to me. You get these two fans in New York. One's a Jet fan and one is a Giant fan. Okay? They're suing the NFL and the owners of these two teams because they said they were average. They were more than average fans of each team, and they just recently found out that neither team plays in New York.
Oh, they're not.
If you're an average freaking
No,
fan,
that's stupid.
I live in Mississippi and know they play in New
Okay.
Jersey.
That's stupid.
New York is the Big Apple, home of the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island, Wall Street and stock market, Broadway musicals, ticket tape parades, says the amended Manhattan. Well, okay, there's a fault right there. Because the Statue of Liberty is not in New York. It's in New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's in the harbor, right?
Right.
The Hudson River, right?
It's in Jersey.
Yeah.
What's it made out of?
Copper.
I don't know.
There we go. There's a double.
Is it copper?
Yes.
Well, then why is it still there? Meth heads would have taken it down. It's talking about it in New York. That don't make any sense.
Let's cut this bad boy and sell it to the scrapyard.
All right. There's a question from Terry. If you could play one sport professional, what would it be?
Pickleball.
No. Baseball for you?
Professionally, golf.
Okay. Mort?
Baseball would be cool, but golf would be.
I played baseball when I was younger and softball, so I'd have to say it would be baseball.
I would like football.
I played a lot of softball, but golf was just.
Love it that much more.
Yeah,
Well, you've got a longer life expectancy.
Yeah.
Oh, big time.
Yeah,
Big time.
I
If you
mean-
play well.
If you go by line, longer, the longest, longer, not very long. Football,
Especially depending on what position you play.
yeah, not very long at all.
No.
Very very seldom do you
And
see.
now I can play even longer because I can hit from the senior team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Changing
that's
my
right.
game.
Well,
Changing my game.
I'm not a golfer, never will be.
Oh, local news. Apparently, the superintendent at St. Martin's Schools, I don't know him personally, and I'm just going off based off this article. The guy's an idiot because apparently, as a senior prank, these kids went in and destroyed the school.
Wrecked the school.
Dude, they didn't.
Wrecked it.
They didn't just knock things. They spray painted. And they
Seniors, right?
Seniors.
Yeah, senior
They
prank.
did.
Prank.
They did thousands of dollars with that. And he said, "That's only a couple $100 with that."
It only cost $500.
Dude.
Less than $500.
No way.
I think they burnt some
Yeah.
things in the
Look at,
bathrooms.
you go and look at the article and look at the pictures.
Curling would be fun because, yeah, I mean,
You can do that.
we've talked about curling.
You can play golf drunk too.
You don't do very well.
Well, Daly never had a problem. John
I think
Daly,
the only one that's got to be sober is the broom guy.
Yeah.
John Daly said he used to play drunk all the time.
That's terrible, isn't he?
Yeah, he don't look good. Man.
That's because he
Wish
was
he'd make
drunk
a
all the
turn.
time.
He's still good. I mean, he still shoots in the low 70s.
Isn't that amazing? And he's in terrible shape.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, and
I
everything.
don't think he was ever in good shape. He walked. I mean, now he rides a cart, but
Yeah.
back in the
But
day,
he's terrible.
He's the one that got in trouble for wanting to ride his car, right? But
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
no, there was a not that he got in trouble. There was a kid that had
Jason.
He,
He had some debilitating. Yeah.
and he petitioned to be able to play the. I mean, I think they let him one time. And that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because on the PGA you got to walk.
You got to walk. You can't wear shorts.
Yeah, there's
All
all
the caddies are in khakis, and
Well, there's
I mean,
another
this is-
thing. It's tradition and it's set in stone.
I've learned a lot of stuff about the PGA this week with T. We were talking about, so what are your thoughts on Phil Mickelson backing out of the PGA? And why? He backed out because he said it could be too much of a distraction to all the other players because of what's going on in him with the Saudi tour and the Shark and all that. And, the Saudis want to put up $300 million. So when they have tournaments, this prize money down to the last guy, not, $3,000-$4,000. Because this guy is like out $6,000-$7,000 to get there, rooms,
Sure.
caddies, and they don't make any money.
Right.
Well,
So
then,
they want everybody to make at least their expenditures.
right.
Okay. That's
Well,
fair.
With that said, and the problem, the reason Mickelson got in trouble, not that he got in trouble, he got harassed and all that from the PGA and everybody else. I didn't know when you go on the PGA, you get your player's card. I didn't know that much. But I had no idea they actually signed a contract with the PGA. It says you will play for the PGA and PGA only. You play 15 tournaments a year. You do so many appearances, just like, what's his name used to hate doing? That running back out of Seattle that would never, not Sherman.
Oh, I know. Wouldn't do any interviews.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Right.
You have to do that. I didn't know they had a contract.
Hey,
About
Sarah,
that.
congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, welcome back. Hey, nice tan. I gave her a hard time online. She showed those pictures on the beach. She's lighter than you.
Looking, yeah,
She's
she
lighter than
is.
you.
She look good?
Oh, I didn't see
No,
it.
she had no tan. I gave her a hard time.
Okay.
I
She was
said, I
tailless.
said, enjoy yourself and get some sun.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she's burning 15 seconds.
Yeah. She's looking like Casper then, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, she's a little light.
yeah.
Yeah.
A little light. But yeah, that guy seen
Hey, Sarah.
okay.
Yeah, what they did, they called it a prank. That was
It was
vandalism.
destruction.
It was total vandalism. They vandalized that. And then
Then they let them graduate?
I wouldn't have had I had the power to change that. I would have said, yeah, no, you're not doing that.
I don't think they. Not that I don't think they can't let him graduate. I don't see why they would let him graduate.
You're not at least you're not coming to the ceremony.
Right. Yeah. Just give them send them their diplomas in the
In the
mail. And
mail.
that's the end of it.
Yeah, you're not coming to the
I
ceremony.
mean, they fulfilled all requirements. The school year's over with. That's kind of like Burroughs when he smoked a cigar in the locker room after the game. He's like, and the NCAA, give a shit. I'm graduated.
But
I'm
there-
done.
there
I got
have-
nothing else. I'm done with college.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
There has been high schools that have told students you can't come up on stage if you're wearing a military uniform. Because
That's not right because they're delayed enlistment.
or they enlisted and they came back for graduation.
Yeah, I don't buy. I
Right.
don't agree with that either.
But they have these rules, and students are pushing the envelope, and they're saying, no, you're not doing it.
You gotta wear. You're supposed to wear your cap and gown.
Yeah.
And it's not within regulations to wear a cap and gown over the uniform.
No, you can't do that.
So yeah, you gotta abide by the rules, and I'll change my mind. You gotta abide by the rules, and therefore you gotta wear the cap and gown. You can't wear the uniform.
Right.
Well, you can't wear.
You're
this-
really not supposed to throw it after you change the
Oh, they all.
password.
Yeah, they all.
Oh, yeah, but you're not supposed to.
Yeah, that could hurt somebody.
Yeah, point could go in somebody's
those-
eye.
those
Why
things
did
are-
the
My
cap and
school,
gown could go
my
in there?
school at night, I had like 500 people graduate my graduating class.
Then you got to find them.
I just grab one and go.
Yeah.
They're all just about. So you're never gonna wear it again anyway.
Never.
You're never really gonna.
I think I believe I still have mine.
The cap?
I think I
Yeah.
got my tassel. I don't have.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even have a tassel, but I used to hang it from my rear view mirror.
Yeah, yeah, that was cool to do, and you had it out.
That's out. It's like,
Yep.
You,
That's
you hung
40,
it there.
40 years ago next month for me.
You hung it there for a year, and it got all sun faded.
20 years
and-
ago?
and- yeah.
he's 42 for me this year.
Yep.
In about a month, I graduated June 20th of
I was
1980.
Hey, June 8, Norm, June
Guess I'm the old
22nd of
guy.
1980 I graduated.
Yeah, I'm definitely the old guy. as far as high
79?
school, yeah. But I was just barely 17 when we graduated.
17.
Barely.
What's on the cap?
That was 18. She was only 16. She was only that was Ringo Starr.
No, barely 17. The Joan Jett and
Blackhorse.
put another diamond jukebox baby.
Yeah.
But Ringo Starr did.
Yeah, he did one way back in the day.
He had to be a pedophile, by today's standards, because he sung a lot about young girls. If you could play or coach for any college or professional team in any sport, which one?
Yeah, that's gonna be.
So,
Um,
professional or college, which one would you choose?
Florida Gators.
So you go college.
Yes.
why? Just out of curiosity.
Just, I like the team. I like that they do pretty well most years. And it's a good program.
I would do college.
Yeah.
Just because I enjoyed coaching my kids when they were growing up. I enjoyed trying to shape the kids,
Yeah.
you know, mentor the kids. You ain't doing that at professional level. You play with a bunch of freaking prima donnas
No,
that
yeah.
make more than you, and you're like,
You're beneath
who are you?
You're
Yeah.
just facilitating the game at that point.
At that point, at least you're teaching these kids
values and everything.
something,
Fundamentals, yeah.
you know.
Yes.
But
And which college? I know what you're saying.
I would take any college, but what I would prefer, I would love to coach like so. I think it'd be fucking great. It'd be great.
But
And anybody that knows me already knows my answer.
so you knew all our answers, kind of. If you thought about
Yeah,
it.
you pretty much.
Ohio State, Florida Seminoles, Florida Gators.
I would, for the same reason as you, I would not want to be involved in a professional team because you're just not doing what a coach would do.
Yeah.
All you're doing is facilitating a bunch of prima donnas.
They're all, majority of them are all millionaires, and you think they're not being able to tell what to do.
They're all making more money than you are.
Yeah.
And so what? There's no respect.
Right.
And in a college environment, sand the NIL. In a college environment, the coach is still respected.
Yes.
You know, when the coach says sit your ass down,
You do it.
you sit down or you're not playing.
Right.
You're not going to get that for a
No.
$17 million a year.
And they're not going to
professional player.
allow it anyway.
So, Mavs president is urging cities to spend COVID relief money on the police, fund the police.
That's a big flip from
Unfunded the police.
from a couple of years
And then
ago.
all of a sudden, now
Yeah.
they want to fund the police because crime is just running
Rampant.
rampant, and they're
Yes.
doing what they want to do. They just, like in New York, they just, because of the subway. People just hanging out in the subway on a bench trying to catch a train, go home, go to work, whatever. You know, beat up, they get attacked, just to be.
Yeah, there has to
Just
be more
because.
police officers everywhere. And in Chicago, they're killing them because it's for free.
Well, actually, I was talking to a coworker who is a retired Gulfport detective, came to work to teach. So we were talking about it yesterday. I said, man, I don't blame you guys for retiring. You know, when you're law enforcement, I know when he started, and I know when my friends started as law enforcement officers, there was a little bit more respect from the public, and you didn't have to worry about I'm pulling this guy over, and he might try to shoot me to get out of a speeding ticket. Out of a speeding ticket, you're going to get shot.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you're right.
Back in the day, our parents taught us, you know, if you ever got lost and need help, go to a policeman, ask him for help. They're teaching them completely
Different.
Well, they've taken away the death penalty from. There's no fear of shooting or killing the authority. It's I'm going to get out of it. No, you're not getting out of it. There's cameras everywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, look, we caught a chick that killed a rooster
Yes.
because of cameras.
Yes.
They're going to catch that chick over in Gulfport or Long Beach that stole that cat.
Yes.
say what?
Yeah, she walked up to this convenience store that this cat had been hanging around for like 5 or 6 years. It was their cat. She just walked up, grabbed the cat, put it in her car, and ran and drove off.
When this happened?
A couple of days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
They got a picture of her. They got her great big huge white Suburban, and this girl. They got a picture.
If she can prove she has it, you ever find out who doesn't have it? I don't think there's much you can do. But if they go after her and she doesn't have it, what she can do? Say, I dumped it on the street corner.
She stole that person's pet.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
But you don't know if that. I mean, if that was a store, I'm not trying to get her off,
Minimize
but
it. Yeah, I understand. I understand.
you know, it's like the feral
See,
cats,
Bruce?
like the feral cats now goes to feed.
Right.
If somebody took them, what can you try? They're not really his pets. He goes and feeds them because they're feral cats.
Correct.
What do you? Is that a feral cat? You just hang out, have to hang out at the
Bank, yeah.
bank.
But they couldn't hurt it.
Oh, I got it. Outside.
They'd get in trouble if they hurt it.
Oh, absolutely. No,
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on down here with animals. The people have just lost their minds. But I equate this to make a point. Where do you draw the line between giving somebody the ability to take something that's not theirs? It's not theirs.
Yeah.
We got the homeless population, and you know, every so often somebody complains about how my bicycle got stolen.
Yeah.
Every one of the homeless people down here has a bicycle.
Right.
They didn't buy it. You know,
They
they
gave it to them.
you
Yeah,
know
so
they,
they gave it to
they snatched it, or
Or did somebody gave it to
yeah,
them?
and I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. They probably were gifted in a lot of
Yes.
cases,
Yes.
but they do take things.
Yes.
It's a convenience thing. They take it. They want it. They take it.
Yes.
I don't think it's right that somebody should be able to go in and take somebody's things.
Yeah, or things. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's not proper. It's not gentlemanly. It's not what we are.
Right.
It's not what we are.
Let me get back to the CCAF thing for a second. In your career field, you say your instructors have to have a degree or a CCAF degree.
At least a CCAF.
Now,
At least.
if they drop if the Air Force is saying they're dropping CCAF requirements, what does that do for your career field when it comes to being an
If
instructor?
they've got a bachelor's degree or higher, they're good.
Right, but if they don't, so they're gonna have a
They
bachelor's.
they go on. We'll talk offline, but they go on what's called a degree completion program, where they have to have at least an associate's.
Okay, so they have to say within 2 years I'll get my
1 year.
1 year.
1 year.
Ooh, that's a lot of schooling.
It depends. We had one of my best instructors, female, came with basically no college at all, other than what she got for basic training in tech school, and had to work her ass off for that year to get her
the
associate's degree.
qualifications,
To
yeah.
get her
You know, a
associate's.
lot of people can teach, but a lot of people can't be taught. Not that they can't be taught, they just going to school is hard for them versus teaching people.
Well, they teach us how to.
Yeah.
There's different types of learners. In the past, technical training used to be hands-on, so tactile learners
Oh, yeah.
did well. And those people, like today's society, the kids today, they learn by reading online and playing online games and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they learn. And the tactile learners are going, I can't do this. So we have to find ways to get them to pick up the material
Right.
that's being presented online. And in my case, I'm a tactile learner, and I've learned online as well. I just write a lot of notes. I write a lot of things down on notebooks, and sometimes it's just scribble, sometimes it's gibberish. When it comes, it puts action. So I'm making an effort to have action, which tricks my brain into learning.
Right.
Because I'm that type of learner.
I'm like you, I need an instructor. I learn better when I'm in the classroom. The instructors show me what to do. I wrote my notes down a little bit to that. They're strictly online stuff. It's a lot harder for me than to
To
just,
adapt to that. Yeah.
you know, I
Sure.
like that being shown what to do, and like work, OJT. So show me what you want me to do at work. This is the way I want you to do it. Now, once you learn it, you
Yep.
get it down. If you find a better way or a quicker way to do it, and still come up with the same results, as long as you get everything done,
That's right.
have at it.
And reward them for that.
Absolutely.
You've done a fantastic thing. You've saved hours. Our particular arena, cyber, is a hands-on arena.
Okay.
You cannot learn cyber by just reading.
No.
You cannot learn cyber by just watching videos. You have to learn by making mistakes, and you make mistakes in a training environment, not on a real computer.
Okay.
So I've had questions numerous times by students. What happens if I do this? Do it. What's the
Find
worst?
out.
What's the worst that can happen? You have to reload the computer. That's the worst that can happen. That's why you're here.
The sandbox, we call them sandbox
Yep.
databases are out there. You know, we get a new system on, put one over here on a
Got some fake data.
server. Have at it. Do what you got to do with it. Rake it.
Yeah.
You know.
Learn the ins and outs of the program.
Now one program we use all the time, every day, they put out there a new one, but headquarters said they tested it and then they just put it in the field. And,
It's hot garbage.
oh, it's shit.
Yeah.
All right, it's that time, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
All right, for the 5.5 Legs Virtual Cigar Lounge, Mort, Bones, and Maverick bid you good night and see you next week.
Well, you don't have to
Yeah,
end the
yeah.
broadcast?
Yeah. I don't know, it keeps on coming up